Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris, this is Dirty Trucker 08, and today we're gonna, wait a minute. So today we're gonna take this piece of metal and turn it into a filler panel for Big Chief. Let's get into it. It's getting worse. I don't know how bad that's picking up on camera, but it's so... Welcome back to the channel. I am Chris. This is Dirty Trucker 08. And today we're using this piece of metal here. One of the scraps that I got from Aaron the other day. I already filled in the passenger side where we cut off the bottom of the fenders. Today, we're going to take this one. We're going to make the driver's side. So to start with, we're going to take our piece of metal and we're going to kind of test fit it in here and see how it's looking. So if we take our piece of metal, we kind of stick it up under the fender. Clearly it's bigger than we need, coming off the front and the back. So we're gonna have to trim down one of the ends. We're gonna have to trim out the outside, but I'd kind of like to have a little bit of a fold on the inside. So I think we're gonna start with that. We're starting out, I went ahead and drew a straight line across the metal. And I don't have a brake, but I do have a vise. So we're going to put the top of that line, or the bottom of the line, right at the top of the vise. And we're going to start folding it over. That'll give us a pretty good angle to start the bottom with, so we can slide this in and then start marking out the edge of our fenders. So we've got our piece with our flat edge that's going to be back up against the inside, and we can see from here, looking right down in here, you can see that edge that sticks out. So we're going to take our Sharpie, kind of line up the outside about where that's going to need to be. And on this side, it only looks like we're going to need to cut off about a 1/2 inch. From right about there, we'll just kind of arc that out a little bit to the edge. A decent arc, I'm guessing. Bring that back just a little bit. Now we've got a slight arc because the fender shape in here isn't exactly square. So we take that, looks like it's fitting that angle pretty good. So we've got our leading edge towards the front of the vehicle. That's going to fit in approximately right there. Which means the back, we need to mark that and go ahead and cut it down too. Now this little lip right in here, which is kind of hard to see from your point of view, I guess. That's a little better. This little lip right here that sticks down, we need to mark just inside of that. Gonna go ahead and take a square off the back, cut that line so it'll fit back in all nice and snug. That gives us a reasonably square back edge. Open that up just a hair. And this panel should fit in here reasonably decent. Let's take a look and see how it fits. Looks like it's fitting pretty good. We'll go ahead and mark the outside now and trim that too. Now this line we put on the outside, if you look at the fender here, see how it's got this little bit of a lip right there on the edge? This little bit of a lip does stick out just a little bit further than we need this metal to do. So this line, we're going to end up needing to cut on the inside of it about 1/4 inch. So we're going to remark that. Gives us a good straight line just inside from the other one. Let's go ahead and cut it out. And there we go. This piece should fit reasonably well now. Now we've got our metal piece here. I have gone around and cleaned up the edges so that will be a good surface to weld to. Also went ahead down here on the bottom, drilled some holes in through here to give me a little bit of something to spot weld that's not just tacking on the edge. So whenever we put this in, hopefully we'll have a good filler panel to stop all the exhaust and mud and whatnot from going up inside the car. So we got that tacked in real good. I'm going to show you real quick before I throw on a coat of rust preventative primer. And there you go. That is making a filler panel after cutting off the bottom of the fenders. Big old gap panel filler plate replacement thing. Not super complicated. Over the next few days, I will come back out. I'll take some body filler. I've been using liquid nail because it's cheap and I can get my hands on it at Walmart fairly easily and reasonably cheap. And I'll go around the edges and I'll fill that up. Give that time to dry, and then I'll go back over everything with a heavy coat of black paint just so that it's kind of protected, because it is going to get rocks and stuff thrown up in there until I get my bumper made. But for now, I think we made some good progress. Thanks for hanging out.